from the Green Couch tonight. Welcome to Green Couch Thoughts, where we talk about any and everything up under the sun, but hoping to bring some positivity or something good to your life, okay? It's been a week since the last time I spoke. If you have not, go check out my video from last week. Thumbs up it, like it, subscribe, share to everybody you know, and subscribe to my page. But this week, I have my notes here. We're talking about being the best you. This is kind of personal for me, and the fact that I'm just now finishing grad school, and I had a baby a year before I finished grad school, or I had a car like 2 years ago. But it's hard to know exactly what you want to do or where you expect yourself to be in life when there's so much going on. So I want you guys to sit back, think about things that you've gone through, think about where you want to see yourself in a couple of years. And I'm going to ask you some questions too, okay? And I want you to answer those questions in the comments, because I want to make a better you as well as make a better me, okay? All right, let's get started. Okay, first, I want to talk about living in a line with your values and beliefs. Most of us grew up two-parent household. If you didn't have a two-parent household, one parent, and whatever they told you to do or whatever they told you to believe, that's what you did. You know why? Because you lived in their house. That's why. But as you get older, you turn 18, you move out your folks' house, you go to college, or you start working, you get into factories. It's so many different things that causes you to change what you believe in or question what you believe in, okay? But in order to be the best you have to first know what you want and know what you believe in, okay? Don't let anybody ever sway your opinion. If you question what they say about what you believe in, then it's up to you to figure out, research, and understand why, okay? A lot of things are going on right now in the media that's causing people to actually reevaluate what they were taught in life and what they were raised on, okay? So don't be that person that's hypocritical and just say, well, that's all I know and that's not going to change my beliefs. Go do some research, do some understanding of where you came from and why and what you believe in. There's nothing wrong with anybody growing or learning something different. If you are the same person, I saw a post the other day on Facebook, if you are the same person or you think the same when you're 55 as when you did when you were 30, you didn't grow any. So we are supposed to grow. We just need to be understanding and mindful that it's okay for us to learn and research things that are going to make us better. And don't conform to others' expectations or their thinking. I see it happen a lot. People just want to fit in. Why do you want to fit in? I hate when I get around people all they do is talk about the same thing. Oh, y'all know this new song. Oh, let's go to the club. Oh, let's turn up. That's all you know how to do is spend money. That's all you know how to do is get drunk. You don't want to do anything about your spiritual or your mental or your physical well-being. You just want to go out and turn up all the time. You want to go for a hike. You want to go outside and breathe some fresh air. You don't want to do that. That's all you want to do is just turn up. Don't be a turn-up person all your life. You're going to get old real fast, okay? So don't be that type of person. And my question about living in a line with your values and beliefs. Do you more verbalize what you believe, or do you always want to agree with others? I know what type of person I am, but what type of person are you when you're in a group of people at work or you with a group of friends out and about? Are you that person that, oh, I just want to say something so they can agree, or I want to say something that's going to make them feel good? Or are you the one that's saying stuff that, everybody may not agree with, but they know that's you because you always say what's on your mind? So answer that question below. Do you verbalize what you believe, or do you always just say something to make somebody else feel good? drop below. Question number 2, or topic number 2 rather. Establish your own identity. Social media is so good, but yet sometimes it can be so bad. Oh my God. Right now it's good because like we're talking and we're learning stuff together and we're educating each other. But when you look, or you're trying to find yourself, or you're trying to understand your identity, and you look towards somebody else for an example, are you actually being the real you? I remember growing up, I wanted a perm because there was somebody that was a single that had a perm. Matter of fact, it may have been Sierra, because I was a real big Sierra fan. Because 1-2-Step was coming out, and I was just like, "Oh, I want to have a perm," because kids were talking about me in school. I had these big old plaits in my head, and I hated them. I hated them so bad. But it wasn't until I got my perm, and I looked at everybody else had a perm. Everybody else wanted to have straight hair. I don't know why. Well, we know why, but everybody wanted to have straight hair. And then everybody's hair start to break off because you teenagers and you don't take care of it. Then it was just like, let me just wear my twist because I'm sick of getting perms. They make my head hurt. I just don't like it. It's too much work. And I've been like this since high school. I've cut my hair off. I've colored my hair. I'm gonna color it again. Heck, I might get dressed because you know why? That's what I feel comfortable with. I don't look to somebody else to say, "Oh, I want to look like that. Oh, I'm gonna be like that." No, I don't had a whole baby. If you had kids, you know what happens to your body when you had kids. That's a topic for another day. But honey, if if my 27-year-old butt is looking to somebody else to be an example of what myself should look like, honey, you got another thing coming. Not gonna happen. Not gonna stress myself out about it. Be what you feel comfortable with. Be comfortable in your skin, your stretch marks, your dark spots, all of that. Just be comfortable with it. And it's really 2 things that I want to talk about with this. This may be my longest point, but it's 2 types of confidence: external confidence and internal. External is what I was just talking about. Your physical, what people see, the status, your house, your income. You know, people think that's being successful. People think that's being great because you meet this quota. You meet this standard. That's external. And eventually that stuff fades away. Crow's feet. They're going to come eventually. Their house is going to get old eventually. Their car is going to break down eventually. Those are external types of confidence, or external types of comparison, okay? And people want to measure your worth by what you have. Some people tell you, "Oh, you can't come to this group, or you can't be a part of this organization unless you have this and this." Why? Me and Nick were talking the other day, and somebody has to be a part of this group, diamond member, by giving so many amounts of money, or dollar amounts. That's stupid. I have to be confident and successful in your mindset about what I have. We don't need to be friends. I don't need to be around you. I don't need type of energy in my life, okay? The second one, which is internal, and that's really what you have control over, okay? Internal confidence is things that you can say yay or nay to. How do you want yourself to be seen? You know, when I first started wearing my hair, people really thought it was different when I was in high school. Basically, okay? People thought my hair was just something that should not be done, or not should be worn. And when I got to college, like, I embraced it. I wore my hair natural all the time. You may have saw me with a little sew-in because I thought I was trying to be cute. But twist, bantu knots, pin, I wore my hair all type of different ways because I thought I was beautiful that way. I felt comfortable that way, all right? So you have to understand, how do you want to see yourself? And another thing is, how do you want to look back at yourself when you're 60, 70 years old? Or how do you want to be remembered at your funeral? Do you want people to say, oh, they had the nicest house, they had the nicest thing, they always stayed dressed? Because I've heard it at people's funerals. She knows she had her hair did all the time. That's all she got to offer is a hairdo. I want you to remember me by the fruits of my labor. What did I do? How did I carry myself? How did I help you? That's what you want to be remembered as, and that's what your identity should be. Not these other frivolous things that they'll wither away eventually, okay? And my question, do you really want to be remembered? And I guess I'm repeating it. Do you want to be remembered for your intellect, your morality, your sensitivity, your strength, and your calmness? Or by your car, or your house, or your bank account? Answer below. All right, topic number 3, build courage. I think this is very difficult because there's no correct way to do this. I do know this for a fact. It is easy to follow the crowd. It's so easy. Thinking of all the times that I could have did what everybody else did, or the times that I did do what everybody else did, and it was not the best decision. But I learned from it, okay? So we're not going to talk about that. I learned from it. We're not going to bring that mistake up no more. But what are some ways, or when are some circumstances or situations that you stood in the crossroad and you said, I'm not going to do what everybody else is doing? Why? Because I want to be better, or this is what I believe in. So your courage builds off your core values and how you identify yourself, okay? One thing that I've learned is that you have to first embrace your fear and then let it go. That works for me. Embrace your fear. This could be going back to school. This could be finishing school. This could be a job. This could be moving. Anything that's new, you're going to have fear behind it. Anything. So in order for you to be courageous, know what that fear is. Be like, hey, I know I'm scared, but either it's going to get got or I'm going to get got. That's how you got to think about some stuff. Either I'm going to overcome it or it's going to overcome me. So in order for me to be courageous and to be different than other people, sometimes you got to step out on faith and you just got to be like, hey, I know I'm scared, but God got me and we're going to get through this, okay? So plain and simple. There's really no example on how to be courageous besides you have to overcome your fear. You have to acknowledge what you're afraid of and be better and determine that that's what you're going to do. I'm going to overcome it. And my question to you, does your daily routine reflect your long-term goals, okay? Because in order for you to be courageous, you have to do things every day that help build to that statement, all right? Just say, for instance, you just graduated or you going back to school. If you're going back to school, you have to fill out all these admission documents, all this paperwork, and you're hoping and you're praying that you get approved. And they email you back with some silly stuff about you missed this document, or your entry paper wasn't good enough. You know how they can slap you in your face, but you first gotta take the step to do it. If you getting a job offer, new career, you're afraid. You've been in school or you've been doing a trade. You don't know what to expect. You don't know if you'll get the job. You don't know if the folks gonna be like, we not hiring. You don't have no experience. You don't know. But you know what you do know? Either you gonna do it or you not. Acknowledge your fear. Overcome it. You just gotta, it's show and tell. Like people that track me, people talk all the time. Oh, I'm fast. You get to that track meet. If you know track, you know you can't do all that talk out there on that field. Either you fast or you not. Show and tell. That's my dad used to say. Show and tell. That's the game I play. Topic number 4. One more to go. Establish boundaries, okay? Everybody has been through this. And if you haven't gone through it, you're going to go through it. I promise you that, buddy. You need to know what you gonna put up with and what you not gonna put up with. Because if you don't, you're gonna end up being walked over. Heck, you're gonna be trampled. You're gonna be pushed. They gonna run you to the cliff, push you to the edge of the cliff, make you jump off the cliff, and over the cliff is gonna be an ocean of water, and you can't swim. And you're gonna be feeling some type of way. Well, why let them do that? Because you didn't establish your boundaries. That's why. Okay? So you got to know what you have time for and what you don't have time for. I can tell you right now, when people come to me talking about some nonsense, I'm gonna go and let them know, I ain't got time for that right now. Get back with me later. Or I'm gonna just showing them off very nicely. Then they keep persisting, they're gonna get an attitude. That's the type of person I am, learning myself, trying to be a little bit nicer. Still don't have time for your nonsense. I have a good friend. She is very adamant about what she gonna allow and what she not gonna allow. And if you care to get smart with her or keep persisting, she may just use some explicit language with you. Cause she gonna be like, nah. And she gonna leave it there, look you in your face. She done been through some things in her life, and I learned from her that you cannot put up with everybody's stuff. It's not my place to make you feel comfortable. Okay? That's one of the biggest things she taught me. Now, these are some things that you can look at, make sure that you are establishing your boundaries. Tune into your feelings. Know your emotions, especially when people come to you about something that you don't feel good about. Your instincts gonna kick in. Don't do it. That's too much. They not being considerate. Those things start going off my head. And I start making faces then, because I be like, my conscience telling you to leave me alone. And I'm trying to be nice, so you know. Another thing, consider your past and present mistakes. Your past can hurt you so bad that you see stuff happening before it even happened. And before we get to that point that you can't take it anymore, you gonna let them know ahead of time, okay? Practice self-awareness. Know what you can handle. Know when you're taking too much. That's a big thing that a lot of people don't focus on. And make sure you make self-care a priority. This is something that everybody should strive to do. Whether it's taking yourself out to lunch, going out for a walk by yourself. Learn how to be comfortable with just being by yourself. I'm married. Nick needs his time. I need my time. Kari needs his time. Everybody in this house needs their time because everybody needs boundaries. We can't be up on each other. When everybody in this house get up on each other, I get an attitude. Not Nick. I do. When I get an attitude, the whole house got an attitude. So that's not good for the whole house. So my question before we move on to the last topic, what or who is worth suffering for? In order for you to establish boundaries, what or who is worth suffering for? In my opinion, not a lot. I love Nick, but that's why I said we gotta have our space. And we walk around here crazy, and he cool, or he walking around here crazy, and I'm chilling. It don't work like that. Drum roll, please, for the last topic. The last topic is find focus and direction. Man, this is hitting on something, okay? I did this, all right? Being true to yourself allows for better focus on your goals. You don't believe me? Keep listening. Keep listening. I got my notes right here. Imagine if you tried to be like everybody else. I'll wait. Just imagine if you try to be like, what my grandma called them, Tom, Dick, and Harry. Imagine if you try to be like Brenda, Barbara, and Sheila. That is too many folks. And that is too much. I can't be everybody else and still trying to do me. Honey, you gonna be all over the place. It's hard enough to just be me. I got all these personalities going on, all these different hair textures, hair types going on. This is difficult. So in order for you to know what you want in life, you need to understand that is, you can only do you. You can't do everybody else, okay? Next thing, and these are some examples, because I'm not going to ponder on this long, but these are some examples to help you find focus and direction, Draw the line between thinking and overthinking. See, now I'm preaching to myself because sister girl right here overthink everything. I be overthinking. Then my overthunk thoughts be everywhere. Yeah, I did that. So when are you going to put a difference between I'm thinking on something and I'm overthinking? You thought so much that you starting to get anxious and you getting yourself paranoid and worked up. You overthinking, all right? Don't do that. When you start overthinking, you need to get it up to the Lord or whoever you believe in. Give it up. Lay it down. Walk away from it, okay? That's going to be your best bet. And I'm preaching to myself on this one. Next, trust your instincts. Notice what makes you happy. A lot of these I've already repeated in some of the other topics, but know your instincts. It's something back there. I don't know if it just be my mama and my daddy just beat me down and I'm still grown, or it's just common sense knocking on my back door. Listen to what your inner spirit is saying. Notice what makes you happy. When you have direction and you're comfortable and you're focused where you at, you just be calm and happy for no reason. At times when you think that you shouldn't be. Okay, that's when you know you're on the right path. Everything can be going wrong, or everybody around you can be panicking and all over the place. And you know what you do? It's gonna be all right. I'm good. I'm chilling. That's you there then, baby. Discover your strengths and surround yourself with supportive people. I can't preach this enough. I went over to one of my friend's house this past week, and I haven't seen her in a while, quarantine. But it was great to be with a small group. It wasn't no more than 7. A small group of people that were able to have an engaging conversation about private matters that, they may have not felt comfortable talking about with other friends, but this circle, we had a very deep and engaging conversation, and we were able to lay all that there on the table and walk away from it without anybody feeling, threatened that you're going to share my information with somebody else. Honestly, adults, we need to be comfortable with having those type of conversations and those type of discussions where you can open yourselves up and allow people to see and share the burden or share your understanding about a common topic, and be okay with not being exposed or not being shunned about what you believe and how you feel, okay? If people that you hang around, you call them your friends, you share something that's near and dear to your heart, pertinent information, and they take it, they laugh about it, or they don't take it seriously, that's not the circle you need to be in. Those people are not looking out for you. Heck, they may not even look out for you for a reference or a job interview. They are not looking out for your best interest. So it's best that you do away with that group. But just remember that supportive people help you stay focused and can also direct you or help with your direction that you're trying to go in life. Okay? Last question. Make sure you answer it below. What did the people who hurt you most in life ultimately teach you? So the person or people or group or job, what hurt you so bad in life that ultimately led to you learning from? Everybody got to answer this. All right, you guys, that is the end of my video about being the best you. Remember, last closing remarks, live in alignment with your values and beliefs, establish your own identity, build courage, establish boundaries, and find focus and direction. Remember, all of these can help you be the best you, but you have got to start when? Not yesterday, not tomorrow. No. You could have started yesterday, but you know what? You're gonna decide to start today. All right. Love you. See you guys next time. Bye.